Welcome back to As a Man Thinks. Before we get started, we wanted to bring attention to what we've been doing. So if you have followed us, you've probably seen that we've done an event with our children where we actually talked to them about some different things. We actually just recently did a family event where we did some bowling and had over 60 different people come out and support what we're doing. But what we want to talk about is our next event. So family event, our children event, this one's actually going to be something that deals with the community. So we're going to do a Feed the Homeless event on June 17th, 2023. And if you want to be of any support to it, you can go to asamanThinks.com/donate and just hit the donate button. And as always, you all just hit that button and subscribe and come join us and come connect with us. But we could definitely use your support. Come help donate. We want to feed the homeless. The more you give, the more we can support so we can help feed these people and really make an impact in our community. All right, As a Man Thinks.
Any amount, 50 cents, $1, $20, $200, whatever you got, whatever you feel in your heart to donate, please don't hesitate to donate. Also, with this podcast, you also help us out by like, sharing, and subscribing. That's free. All you gotta do is like it, share it, tell a buddy, tell that buddy to tell a buddy. Just get us out there, man. We try to bring some nice, good content on a weekly basis. Serious, not serious. It is what it is. So, yeah, As a Man Thinks.
Now, yeah, Kyrie said 50 cents.
Yeah, I was just gonna say something about that.
Now, if you got 50 cents, that's fine. Now I'm hoping that this can get to 50 cents.
You can, what you can do. Never mind.
50. If you want to donate, get it to 50. Whoever knows 50, yo, whoever it is, get it to 50. Come support what we're doing. As a Man Thinks. But I know you didn't mean 50 cents.
Yeah, well, you know. I mean,
nah, he did mean 50 cents. He did mean 50 cents, but you know what I'm saying. Listen, y'all, you know, $1, $2, $10, whatever you could do. You know what I'm saying? You know, we'll accept it. At the end of the day, it's about us helping people, you know, and empowering them. You know, so we'll be out in the streets. We're gonna be taking care of some people, man.
Come support. Hey, if you have time, come support. Come out there. Come see what we're doing. Come see what we're about. Come help feed the community. Come support. Hey, we're gonna be out there having just as much fun feeding the homeless as we have on these podcasts. So you can come meet me, probably the funniest person in the group. You can come meet Courtney, probably the lamest person in the group. And then you can go meet Deshaun, the most serious person in the group. So just come out, support. We're gonna have fun like we always do.
But as we mentioned, the best thing though is you're really going to support the community. So, and you'll see, again, check for our website because there are going to be a lot of other events we do. We're going to do something when kids go back to school to support the kids. We'll look at some things to do in the county that can help support them. So by all means, come out and support. Definitely want you to be a part of what we're going to do. So the subject for today, all y'all know we talked about last time, death and money and credit. What's on the agenda that you all want to just discuss today?
Anything that come out with me. So I don't know, guys. What y'all feeling like? Courtney, how you feeling? You feeling sexual today or
here we go.
I'm still saying,
Okay.
like, what you want to talk about?
First of all,
hold on, real quick though, for real. I want to talk about marriage real quick. I want to talk about, is marriage hard? Is it something that you constantly have to work at? Or do you feel like marriage, once you get married, it should just be a breeze? Like, are y'all a team? Like, how do y'all run y'all household? Y'all got the same bank accounts? Y'all don't? Like, marriage can be a great thing, but it can also not be not so great. So I'm just trying to figure out what's the temperature in the room on marriage. What y'all think about marriage, man? Y'all, I mean, obviously y'all not gonna say nothing that would indict y'all, but I'm just saying, you know, how's everything going? How's it been going? How'd you get there? And then Courtney smiling.
Look. And all of us looking at the camera.
I don't want to talk about that.
Well, I'll let you start. I seem like you wanted to speak on it because I definitely have my thoughts.
I mean, for me, marriage is definitely a good thing, but marriage is definitely hard thing, especially when you're trying to navigate and figure out the things that need to be done, how you gonna do certain things, who's gonna be in charge of what, who's doing what. You feel like you doing the most. Your spouse might feel like they doing the most. You're supposed to be a team, but at times you feel like you're not a team. You feel like you're going against one another. And then also just things that you feel like the other person should be providing that may not be provided at times. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my struggle. My struggle is sex, guys. I try to put it on Courtney, see if he was gonna talk about it, but you know, it is, and it's a struggle for me. Because I feel like I'm not a what you call them people that want it all the time.
Info.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a nympho, but I don't ever step outside my marriage, but I feel like I want it all the time. And I feel like, you know, sometimes it creates drama within my marriage because I want it all the time. So is it a problem that I want it all the
I
time?
mean, I think if you stop taking those pills, those little good pills, that it would, you know, you wouldn't want it all the time. Yeah, you know, if you stop taking those pills, you won't want it all the
I
time.
don't even know nothing about no blue pills, but I'm just saying, like, how do y'all, I mean, is that a struggle for y'all? Like, or y'all good in that area? Is it a different struggle for y'all? But for me, I feel like that's where most of my arguments come from, is just me wanting to be active all the time. Not that I never get it, but like before you was married, how you was, and then when you got married, it kind of like, you know, maybe went away and came back or come back in waves. And I just want consistency, but it might not be sex for everybody. It might be, I don't know, financial, or it just may be, you know, like the way they talk or whatever the case may be. So
You mean like they talking, you said they talk like the way they talk in bed, or the way that they talk to you in general as a man?
just in general as a man, I
Oh,
ain't talking about
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking. I'm trying to get clarification for the people. They want to know.
Well, listen, I think the question is great. Obviously, it's like an onion. There's so many things to peel back. Obviously, sex is a major part of any marriage. I don't know how you can be married and not consistently have a good sexual relationship or sexual life. I don't think you can, personally.
Right.
I don't think you can be married and then that be an issue and think you'll have a successful marriage. Because again, who wants to step out on their marriage? But if you ain't being fulfilled sexually in your marriage, then what other options do you have? So I would say that needs to be something that is sufficed.
Hopefully it don't smell like an onion. You know, that's what we hope. That's what we hope. We hope, you know.
If you do, then you ain't dripping. You don't look at it at that point.
I mean, if it does, you know, that's one of the things that might be the issue.
No,
You know,
no.
so we hope that ain't the issue. I know
It ain't my issue.
Deshaun is saying that it could be like an onion fire layers, not the smell.
The subject of marriage can be like an onion. There's so many layers, but no, it better not be. But no, in all honesty, I mean, for me, I would say marriage does have to be looked at like a business, right? Because in all honesty, how you're going to run your home and how you run your family reflects a lot of things. So, especially when you include children, right?
Right.
So I think marriage has to be a business, and in any business, you got to have agreement, right? So I remember, when we first got down here to Atlanta and from Boston, and we would have a lot of different marriage groups and stuff. We would talk to, and everybody was like, "You're so young, been married now, less than 10 years. How will y'all have such a successful marriage?" We really didn't know all the answers. But one thing that we understood was, for one, we wanted to always walk in agreement. But for two, we never wanted to humiliate each other. You know what I'm saying? Our goal was always, even if we got disagreement, we ain't gonna have our disagreement on Front Street with everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can have our disagreements when we talk, but to be airing each other out in front of people, we just didn't want to. It was always about respect. So, for us, those are the two that has to be at the forefront. Respect each other, and then for us to just be in agreement. But I guess I'm a serious one, so I'm gonna have the most politically.
Yeah, because he think about everything you say and strategically place it so it don't make him look bad. I just say whatever it is. Courtney, he's sometimes he like a mixture. He want to be professional, but he really not. So he kind of, he's that good mixture of both. I'm just one way, and then Deshaun, he gonna strategically lay it out. That's why if y'all hear us talk, the person that's always talking about the group and being professional, it's gonna be Deshaun. He always gonna tell y'all what's going on. He always gonna have it laid out and be organized. And me and Courtney gonna be sitting over here looking at Deshaun like, making sure he's saying what we talked about, and that's just how it is. But let me ask you this: at what point, like for me, like at what point? Because sometimes you always get is that all you think about? And it's not all I think about, but at the same time, it might be all I think about.
It's
You know
sex?
what I mean? Yeah.
How many kids y'all got again? Right now, four right now.
So let me ask you this. If you felt like you weren't getting what you needed in your marriage and you didn't want to step out, do you think that could lead to you watching pornography or masturbation or, being tempted very easy with another woman because maybe you're not getting what you desire at home?
So for me, the first beginning of it, yeah, probably. For me, I've never been a person to cheat, or that's just not my thing. I'm not trying to do too many things at one time. So I've never been that guy. But yeah, you are tempted to obviously watch pornography or whatever's gonna get you there or whatever, because sometimes everybody or from the people I talk to, and then you always hear like the same excuses, and it can't just be me. Oh, I got headache. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that. And it's like, well, how are you all of this all the time, and I'm never that? Like, I mean, I don't understand. Maybe it's a genetic thing. Maybe it's something God built into women to make them have headaches whenever it's time to get down to the get down. And not all women are like that, but I'm just saying, and it may not be in your marriage. That might not be it. Your marriage may be who paid the bills or whatever. I just feel like sometimes marriage is a struggle, and it's a balancing act. So I feel like, yeah, maybe I want it all the time. I know I'm not gonna get it all the time, so I gotta come up with, okay, with maybe
Creative thinking.
Maybe.
What does it say? Creative thinking.
Right? No compromise. Maybe, okay, well, not every day, but maybe at least 2-3 days.
So let me ask you this though.
So it's compromise.
Let me ask you this. And this for the fellas out here. Do you think that it's unfair for your spouse to get upset with you if she walk in and you watching a flick when she ain't giving it to you like you want it? Should she be mad about that?
In my mind, I don't think so, because in my mind, I feel like they know. They know, you know what you are and are not doing. And now, if you was that woman that gave it to you 2 times a day, 7 days a week, and then you still up in there watching pornography, well, then y'all can see her having the issue.
Listen, there was a famous not R&B, but a gospel singer that him and his wife was watching porn together. I don't want to throw no names out there, but him and his wife was watching porn together, getting off on it.
Well, y'all look, you see what I'm talking about the series, the respectful one. Because if I knew the name, I would have threw it out there. If I knew the name, I would have threw it out there, because apparently he found out some kind of way, so it got to already be out there. I just don't know. If I knew,
y'all want to research it, y'all research it.
Y'all would know. And matter of fact, next week I might have it for you, because I might do a little research.
So look though, do you think that women think so I've been told that that's still a form of cheating, because you're thinking about this other woman that's on this pornography or whatever, this porn site, right? And you're thinking about that person, and instead of thinking about your spouse, right? So do y'all think that's a form of cheating?
I don't think so, but I don't think so.
Not even emotionally.
If I'm not, first of all, I'm looking at it from a TV screen. I'm not attached to whomever this person is. And I might not even watch the same person the next time I watch it. So I'm not attached to the person. I don't care. The only thing I'm trying to do is fulfill something that's not happening. And again, I'm not gonna step out. So I figured in my mind, you should be happy I'm at home doing whatever I'm doing and not
So you don't
stepping out. But I don't think that that's, to me, if you're not doing what you know you're supposed to do. And I've been told, and I don't know the Bible like that, but I don't think the woman is necessarily supposed to be withholding that either. So if you withholding it and then you want to try to come at me talking about I'm committing sin, then what are you doing?
You sound like you know the Bible. We don't all know the Bible. Sound like you do.
What are you doing?
So my question to that statement is this. So if your wife feels that going on and looking at another side of something is cheating, why don't you put together a video for you so you ain't gotta watch somebody else, you can watch her?
Well, you know, that's
well, I mean, hey, ladies,
yeah, right.
look, you know, we're gonna pose that to y'all, you know. I mean,
Let us know.
if your guy, you know, if you want your guy only watching you and you don't want to do whatever every single day, then what about the video?
Right.
Give him the video.
Like if you like
You know?
like how your job may tell you don't come to me with problems, come to me with solutions. So if you're not gonna fix the problem, then give me a solution that will help me rectify what's missing. And again, it's not necessarily talking about our wives and what our wives do. It's just a generalized conversation. Just hey, as a man thinks, we sit up here thinking, and I know a lot of men think about, hey, say that's why you have a lot of people cheating. Why are a lot of people cheating? Sometimes it may not be because a woman not giving it to them. It may be just because that person, I don't know, they like the thrill. So they like to be chased, or they like to see if they're gonna get caught. I don't know what person that I don't deal well in that area. So that's not me. So is it okay for a person to cheat if you know you ain't giving it to them?
Well, I'll say this, and this is somebody who now I'm gonna get serious again, just so you know.
Yeah, I already know.
All right, but so I'll be honest with you. So pornography can do a whole lot of bad, though. This is why. So it's someone who's actually dealt with that, and I can tell you, and not only have I dealt with that, that's something that I've gotten from generations of porn. I've had family members sharing stuff with me about that. But what pornography does, though, is it gives you a false sense of reality. Mm-hmm. And if you wonder why you want certain things to your wife, it's probably because of the pornography you watch.
Why you want her to spin from the ceiling?
Right.
Spin from the ceiling. Jump on the ceiling fan.
You just see something on it. Now you want to see if she can do those. She's like, what is wrong with it? But in all honesty, it gives you a false sense, and not even the spinning on the ceiling, but just, you know, sometimes in marriages, it takes a certain amount of intimacy. You know what I'm saying? In order to get your wife to be at a certain place, we all know, for the most part, they're all more emotional than we are. So as though we're physical, we want to touch, and sometimes it's different, but sometimes we want to touch. Sometimes they want to be held. Sometimes they want you to do something. But if you've been sitting there watching porn for the last hour, your mind ain't thinking about doing those foreplay things. Your mind is thinking about, all right, how can I get in and go in and do what I need to do to get this feeling off? And I don't want to masturbate. I want my wife to please me on it.
Right. So you said something. You said they want to be here, and women do. But let me ask you this: if women want that, then I feel like sometimes they're gonna have to give you what you need in order for them to be able to. Because if I ain't had none in the last week, but you want to cuddle. If we cuddling, I'm automatically probably gonna be in hunch mode. If we cuddling, I don't want to cuddle alone. Exactly. You just give me a head like, and then why can't you just hold me?
And then the woman talking about, that's why I don't never ask you to hold me, because you're always trying to hump me.
Exactly.
Humping my leg.
I was laughing because I know it's the country in you, but instead of hearing cuddling, I heard cuddling. I'm like, what cuddling?
Cuddling.
So look, question for y'all. Y'all believe that what happens in the bedroom is your business? So, I mean, any type of sexual position, anal, you know,
toys,
foreplay, toys, like, I mean, because some people believe that you shouldn't do certain things.
Yeah, I heard marriage bed is undefiled, so whatever y'all do is.
Right, whatever y'all enjoy doing, as long as y'all enjoy doing it, it is what it is. When you say anal, I'm thinking like when you say anal, I'm thinking you talking about toys. I'm sitting here trying to figure out who getting the anal. I'm trying to, you might want that to stay in the bedroom. I'm just saying you don't want that to get out there. When you walk around, you're trying to defend yourself, talking about you ain't, but you
Damn, bro, why you limping?
Oh my God.
That's not to offend anybody.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You know, like, yeah. So yeah, I think what happens in the bedroom stays in the bedroom, and that's between you and that person. And I don't think you should talk about that to anybody, but that person. So like if you are struggling in that area of sex, or you are struggling in whatever area in your marriage, I think it's important, in my opinion, to have a conversation.
Yeah.
You always have to have that conversation because you can't just assume that the person knows why you acting the way you act. I'm watching porn because, well, they might not. So if they don't know why you watching porn, then yeah, they may feel like you are cheating. But if you done already had the conversation and nothing has changed, well, then I feel like they know. So sometimes I feel like, or do y'all feel like sometimes a person may expect you to change, but they don't change themselves? Like the expectation for them, you have a conversation, they want you to do ABC. You start doing ABC. You want them to do ABC. You fulfilling your part, but they part of the ABC, they feel like ain't got to be fulfilled. I'm just saying, and that ain't necessarily in a marriage. That's with people in general. Like some people feel like you're supposed to do for them or what they ask you to do, but they can do it if they want to do. Y'all,
You're not talking about anal no more, right?
No. I'm trying to keep as far as
I'm just
cursing goes,
listen,
guys.
I'm just teasing.
Yeah, no,
Well, I think it goes back to what I said again about agreement. So, earlier when we said agreement, y'all have to be in agreement. I never believe you can go into a marriage or relationship thinking someone's going to change. Like if you go into a marriage talking about I'm going to change you or I'm going to have these certain things, I think you're setting yourself up for failure. Because you need to go into a marriage knowing who you marry and who you marry. Now, the thing is, you're both going to change. You're going to change because you're going to realize there's certain things that your wife likes that you like, or you don't like, or and vice versa. So, but to go into a marriage thinking, oh, this person's going to change for this, or I'm going to do this, and I'm going to have them do that, you're setting yourself up for failure. The person that you're married, you marry that person. You're marrying that person for who they are, for what they are, not for what they will be. Now, again, if they become something greater, great. Y'all work that out together. You walk in agreement, whatever y'all need to do, pray, whatever y'all need to do. But if you go in there thinking you're just going to change somebody, you're going to set yourself up for failure. You're going to be in your second marriage thinking, well, I'm going to change this person. You're going to set yourself up for failure. Marry the person that you're marrying. And together, you all will change eventually.
So what y'all think about this? I mean, I know I got all the questions.
Yeah, let's go.
So do you believe that you should wait before having sex until you're married, or person you dating, you should go ahead and do that test drive and see if you like it? Because what if you don't like it? Or what if it's sloppy? Or what if there's a lot of people been in it?
Something like that.
Right.
Yeah, but what if a lot of people been in it?
Right.
We could say that, well, maybe a lot of people ain't been in it and you just think,
so if you
well endowed, you know what I'm saying? I'm just asking the question, man. I want to know, should you be able to test drive? Now, have you ever bought a vehicle and you didn't test drive where you bought it?
No.
Just saying, I mean, y'all tell us.
So, obviously, and don't give us the politically correct answer. Don't tell us that in the Bible it said we all know, well, you're not supposed to do nothing. But we asking your opinion on how you feel in this fleshly body that is full of sin. So just look at it from that angle. So for me, I feel like, I don't see how
Yeah,
you
what?
could. Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
have to test drive.
We're gonna have to test drive.
You're
Okay.
gonna have to test drive.
I want to hear from the men out there that waited and did not test drive it. I want to hear from the ones that has a successful marriage now, and the ones that wish they would have test drove it before they jumped in.
For the men who didn't test drive, I have a name for those. I'm not disrespecting anybody, but there's a basketball player named AC Green. I call y'all the AC Greens who didn't have any relationship with their wife before they got married. And listen, more power to you. You got more strength than I ever want to have. But
You said ever want
never want to have. I don't want to have that.
You don't want to have it.
Listen, AC Green fellas, how did y'all do it? And what do you feel is blessed your marriage? Or you feel like your marriage is a lot better off because you didn't go there before? Or do you feel like, you know, you wish maybe you had explored some different things? We would love to hear back.
Let me ask you this. If sex wasn't important to a marriage, if you just took sex out of the marriage completely, how many successful marriages do we think we have? If your wife just up and decided that she didn't want to have sex no more, and you married her and you love her, do you feel as though your love is going to be enough to keep you in that relationship?
It's a great question.
I don't think it was great
That's
at
a
all.
great
I don't think
question.
it's gonna happen.
We need to
I don't think it was
we need to
probably
hear from the
wondering.
people.
We need to hear from the people. That's a real
I'm
question.
one of the people, and I'm telling you right now, without sex in the marriage, it ain't gonna be successful, in my opinion.
I don't think so either. Let's just be real. Let's just keep it a buck.
I agree with that.
I don't think it is, but you may have some people out there that's like, well, me and my wife ain't had sex in 3 years and we're doing wonderful. Lord, thank you. I want to see how you doing it. What are y'all doing that are y'all using toys on each other and y'all decided that y'all
Well,
gonna separate from one another?
I hope y'all ain't had sex in a few years, because you might not have had sex in a few years. Dude, I'm dead serious. You might have had sex.
You the only one they had.
Yeah, you might not have had sex in a few years. You better find out whether your wife had it. Dude.
Hey, right, that's a real thing. Hey, better keep your antennas up, because if something changes, then because hey, women want to test drive too. Let's not act like it's just men out here that want to test drive. Women want to test drive too. Also, do you think that not just test driving or anything sexually? Do you think that you should move in with that person before marriage too? Because sometimes the way that you like to keep your house might not be the way that they keep their house. Y'all butt heads on this color, that color, how this gonna go, how this should function. But if you already kind of live together, you can see, okay, she like to do this, I like to do that. Oh, this ain't gonna work. I can already tell, like, how she doing that. I ain't gonna deal with that. Or vice versa. She like, now he ain't it. This ain't it. He can't do this. I ain't gonna do that. So do you feel like it's okay to move in before marriage, or should you wait until marriage to move in?
I mean, you already driving the vehicle. You already driving the vehicle. I think that though, when you dating somebody, and you spending time at their house, when you first start dating, they prepare the house, they clean, they do this, they do that, and they want to impress, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after you've been dating them for a minute, you just randomly pull up, you're gonna see the true colors.
Right.
You're gonna see if she nasty or he nasty, but a lot of times, man, I think people overlook it. Once they had the cookies and maybe the cookies was good, that's the thing that kind of opened up their nose, and they like, yeah, I know she got her drawers on the floor and they ain't clean, but I could teach her whatever. It's like Deshaun said, if you think that you're gonna change somebody in a relationship, it ain't happening. It's not gonna happen.
Right. So I will say this, and again, I'm not somebody that waited. We actually lived together a little before we got married, but we did end up getting married before the ceremony. So I think sometimes people can get caught up in
Politically correct.
No, I'm dead serious. We did though. We got married for our ceremony. Our marriage was like 2 months before our ceremony. But sometimes people do get caught up in the certificate of marriage versus.
But what happened before that?
Oh yeah, I mean, so again, you really want to know my situation.
I mean, I'm just saying,
we were messing around and then we broke up for years because it was felt like that was an issue. It was felt like it was an issue of us giving into that too much. So what we did was we actually separated. And then when we came back together, both of us got our lives together, and then it still became an issue. It was still something that we struggle with doing. But again, it says
Of course,
if you're burning with that, then you should get married. But again, I think you have to get yourself together individually. Like if somebody says, I'm not having sexual relationship with somebody, and that's fine. Develop and learn who you are so you can appreciate it. Let them learn who they are, and then y'all come together. Should y'all live together? I don't think there's a problem with y'all living together. But again, you got to understand what is being brought to the table. If all y'all bring to the table is sex, you're not going to be into trouble.
Well, yeah, you definitely don't have to bring more than that to the table. You just got to make sure you bring that to the table.
Oh yeah, I think it has to be a key. It's an important part.
Man, but look, what we doing on June 17th, man?
So again, we're gonna jump back from all being off of sex to going to our event on June 17th.
June 17th, baby.
Again, June 17th, we are going to do our Feed the Homeless event. So again, you can go and check out asamanthinks.org/donate. But come check it out, support what we're doing. Also hit like and subscribe to our link, but definitely get connected to what we're doing. We're going to be feeding the homeless. We want to make sure that you're a part of it, so you can say that you played a role in helping feed the people in Atlanta. And then we're going to do this right now. We're in over 10 different states right now.
Yeah, 10 states.
So this is successful here. Wherever we have As a Man Thinks, we can get connected in, do some different things here. Our thought is global. This thing will do a lot of things, but we can't do without your support. So again, As a Man Thinks /donate. Let's get connected. $1, $5, $10, $100, $1,000. I'm not gonna tell you what to promote, but let's go ahead and get connected, help contribute. Let's grow this thing.
Man, what you guys?
I was gonna say we kind of left off on the conversation, but we definitely gonna pick the conversation back up.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all keep tuning in, watching As a Man Thinks, and like Sean said, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and donate if you have to do so.
Man, now I'll tell you what, man, this last conversation was, it was heavy.
We got to continue.
It was heavy. So I mean, we're gonna have to have a part 2 on that.
Oh yeah.
Because I got a whole bunch of questions, a whole bunch of thoughts, and I wanna share that with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I wanna, really get personal and share some things with y'all, and really get connected with y'all. What we say on this is just real life, y'all. It's what we dealing with, is what we going through, is what we facing. As a man thinks, it's the things that we think, and now we got a platform where we can share it, and we can be open and honest, and we can say, man, I was thinking about what they say all the time, man.
Right.
Let me chime in, and if you chime in, we'll definitely on part 2, we'll share what you said. If you want to get some feedback from the world on, things that you think about, hey, chime in, let us know. We'll share, we'll ask the people, and we'll get some answers for y'all.
Right. We'll answer your questions. I don't have a problem answering your questions. So if you got a question, hey, shoot.
But thank you guys again, man, for linking up with us, taking out the time to listen to our podcast. Hey, till next time.